The Commanders are actively trying to trade Brian Robinson Jr., the running back out of Washington, 26 years old, and he didn't play in his last game. It was a mutual decision because they're trying to keep him healthy in order to make a trade happen. And so this just got me thinking, and there's been some trade packages kind of spilled out there as the 49ers potentially being a suitor for Brian Robinson Jr. Let's break it down a little bit. He was drafted in 2022, third round pick out of Alabama. Last season, he played 14 games. He had his best season ever, 799 yards, 8 touchdowns. And Bleacher Report trade package predicts if the 49ers were to offer something for Brian Robinson Jr., fourth round pick and a sixth round pick for this running back here. And I wasn't too familiar with Brian Robinson Jr. I knew who he was. I didn't watch a lot of his games last season, but just watching some of his highlights the past couple hours and everything. The guy's a bruiser and he's got some breakaway speed. He's a bigger back at 228. And he could potentially help the 49ers big time in this running back room, this depleted running back room that has pretty much all been banged up. Christian McCaffrey last year, and then Garendo, Patrick Taylor, Jordan James, Corey Kiner. All these guys have been injured now. The 49ers' only healthy active running backs as of right now is Christian McCaffrey, Isaac Garendo, who actually just came back to practice today, who's dealing with a shoulder injury. Jeff Wilson Jr., who the 49ers signed last week and played in the Raiders game, and then Keyshawn Vaughn as well. The rest of them, Patrick Taylor Jr., he's going to be done for the year. Shoulder surgery he's going to have on his, in the Raiders game, he suffered a dislocated shoulder, and so they placed him on the season-ending IR. Corey Kiner, who I was having really high hopes for, and I thought he was going to be a dark horse candidate to make this 53-man roster. He has a high ankle sprain, and Kyle Shanahan designated it as severe. And typically, they say high ankle sprains are for 4 to 6 week recovery period. So I'm just going to do my guesstimation, say that's going to be around 6 to 8 weeks. So, and he was an undrafted free agent, so I don't know what the 49ers are planning to do with him, but I think they really did have something special in him. I would hate to see them cut him, and hopefully that I guess if he's injured, no one would try to pick him up. So maybe that's a potential. The 49ers can cut him and sign him back on the practice squad once he's healthy. But then we have Jordan James as well, who hasn't practiced in several weeks with a broken finger, and he's the 49ers' fifth round pick. So could Brian Robinson Jr. potentially be a good fit for the 49ers running back room? I mean, who says no? I think it would be fantastic if the 49ers wanted to trade for Brian Robinson Jr. and have him compete for the second running back reps with Isaac Garendo. I like Garendo and all. He's had a shoulder injury. He's got a lot of speed. I liked what I saw last year from him. But I mean, imagine having Christian McCaffrey, Isaac Garendo, and Brian Robinson Jr. And if the Bleacher Report trade package, get him for a fourth round pick and sixth round pick, I feel like maybe the 49ers could potentially get him only for a fourth round pick. I mean, who says no? I would take that. I mean, maybe fourth and a sixth, I guess, is a pretty good deal, but for the running back that you get out of Brian Robinson Jr., the guy breaks through tackles multiple times, and he's able to break away, able to score touchdowns through several tackles and everything like that. And I liked what I saw from his highlights and everything. And I think he'd be more of a insurance for the 49ers, and it wouldn't be as much of a injury risk for the Niners as well, considering the 49ers running back room is the only two running backs that you have that are secured, what they're going to do, is Christian McCaffrey and Isaac Garendo. Outside of that, we don't know what we have. We don't know what we have in Jordan James. We know what we have in Jeff Wilson Jr., but is he really the go-to guy you want if you could get someone potentially better like Brian Robinson Jr., who's only 26 years old? And then if we want to get into the contract talks of things, he's on his last year of his rookie contract. I believe he's making $4 million this year. It's not a high price that you're taking for the 49ers. Make this a potential rental for the Niners this year, having a good running back as in Robinson, who's a first string running back for the Commanders. I think having him on the team would be great. If you have Corey Kiner, it would be fantastic to have him on the roster as well. But if we're looking at the depth chart, what the 49ers running back room could potentially look like, they'd probably carry 4 running backs, I'd assume, onto the 53-man. So you'd have Christian McCaffrey, Garendo, and then as of right now, Jeff Wilson Jr. and Keyshawn Vaughn. Those are your 4 running backs that you'd have. Not looking great. Only the top half of that rotation is looking pretty good. But if Jordan James does come back before the season starts, I would assume possibly the 49ers would keep him around because they didn't really know, they didn't get to see what he's done yet. He's a fifth rounder from this year. So if you decide to keep Jordan James, then right now it would probably look like Christian McCaffrey, Garendo, Jordan James, and then Jeff Wilson Jr. as your fourth running back there. Or Jeff Wilson, flip that with Jordan James. I'd like to see Brian Robinson Jr. I don't know what your guys' thoughts are, but the guy looks like he's a bruiser, man. And having three quality running backs on your roster, and then eventually, if Corey Kiner comes back, if the 49ers decide to keep him somehow, comes back in the middle of the season and have him as well, if Garendo essentially goes down in the middle of the season or something like that, I think that would be a great spot to the 49ers to be in. So Brian Robinson Jr., do you guys think that the Commanders are going to trade him? Do you think it would be good for the 49ers to trade for a running back like this who could potentially could elevate your running back room a lot more with Christian McCaffrey, Garendo, and then add in Robinson Jr. there, potentially beating out Garendo for the second running back reps? I'd like to see it. Let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments below. Make sure to subscribe, and yeah, I'll see you guys later.